Space Watchers, and welcome back to the second day of ELA here in Berlin. I have the pleasure and the honor to interview Dr. Josef Aschbacher, the Director General of the European Space Agency. Dr. Aschbacher, welcome. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
So we just assisted at the signature of the Zero Debris Charter, 42 new signatures. I know this is coming from your personal vision. You brought this project forward. So why is it important? You define it as a very important milestone for all of us. What does it symbolize?
No, it's a very important milestone because, first of all, it was really planned already some years ago in 2025, and in Agenda 2025 it is already written, which really says that we should be sustainable not only on our planet Earth and use our space means to do that, but also in orbit. That means once we have satellites that are not used anymore at the end of their life, we should get them out of the orbit. And I think it's a very natural, a very simple thing to do, or simple in terms of concept. And that's exactly what is at the core of this charter, that the signatories commit themselves to do everything they can in their powers to get the satellite out of the orbit at the end of its life. And this, of course, is a measure of sustainability because we are having today 9,000 satellites in orbit. The number will keep increasing very significantly in a very fast way. And we have to manage this space. And this is one way of making people aware, first of all, of the issues, but also to help managing it. And therefore, I'm really happy and very grateful to the signatories. They're not only from Europe. We have, of course, a lot of European signatories, but also companies from America, companies from Korea. And this, I think, shows that Europe is showing leadership. We are the champions of sustainability in orbit. And this charter, for me personally, is a very important signal to really do that and not only have words, but put actions on the table. And very happy, very grateful to all the countries and all the companies and institutions that have signed up to it. Big thank you to all of them. And we keep moving this direction to keep our orbits clean.
And you mentioned companies. One of the interesting steps of these new signatures that you managed to bring the industry sector and the academia around the table. So why do you think the industry is finally interested in committing?
I mean, take the new constellations that are coming up. There are thousands of satellites coming in a constellation. I take the example of Kuiper from Amazon, which has committed to also be a member of the charter, and therefore at the end of their life bring their satellites out of orbit. Of course, they are just starting to build up their constellation, but eventually they're having plans of thousands of satellites up in orbit. And therefore it is so important that we make sure that out of these thousands of satellites, at the end of their life, they go down and they are burned up and therefore not polluting, in other words, the orbit. So yes, I'm very happy about that. We will keep promoting this charter in the future. There will be future signatory events. I know that a few others are also in the queue and are ready to sign up at the next occasion. But really, I have to say this is a good way to show and a nice way to show that we are really thinking sustainably about space, also in orbit and of course also on the ground.
Absolutely. And NASA is doing something similar but not the same. They have a space sustainability strategy. How is the charter different from that?
Yeah, the NASA sustainability strategy, I've just heard about it in Colorado Springs a few months ago. Actually, if I look at it, I'm very happy to see it, really happy. But I also see a lot of parallels with what we do. And I think it's also good, again, that ESA has been implementing some elements of sustainability, including the charter. And NASA is also a very strong country and agency with very strong programs. And they are also engaging in this now. So I think this only shows that what we have already started actually some years ago is now really picking up globally and is becoming a priority. And that's exactly what we want to be, a champion, leading in this initiative and hoping that many others will join.
Absolutely. Let's hope, as you say, to move from words to action because it's an urgent problem and we definitely need to resolve it as soon as possible. Dr. Aschbacher, thank you very much for your time. I wish you a fantastic continuation of ELA. And this is it for today. And keep staying with us. SpaceWatch out. Thank you.
Thank you from my side.